Well, hello, and thank you for being curious about me. I am currently in Puerto Rico, and it's absolutely beautiful and lovely and just magical. And what was the other question?
What do you love to do outside?
Oh, being outside just in general is nice. I like to just walk around and feel the world, feel the energy. I like to just see new things. I love the water, the ocean, and I like flying my drone and taking photography and cinematography with it, and that sort of thing. And I'm also a writer.
So you write? Is that what you're doing in Puerto Rico?
Mm-hmm. So when I have time, I have several other work obligations that I'm doing simultaneously. But once those projects come to completion, I plan to get back on writing my next book.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. Now, Jennifer, your turn. You need to ask one of the people that are in the group.
Okay, how about Debbra Sweet?
All right.
Debbra, what is something that motivates you the most in the world to achieve your professional goals?
Good question.
Nobody's asked me that before. That's a very deep question. The motivation is always the same every day. I wake up and I have gratitude to literally be alive and to serve my purpose, which is to work for him and do what he has shown me I'm supposed to do.
Awesome. So. That was amazing. All right, Deborah, who do you want to ask?
Maria, I'm going to ask you.
Oh, okay.
How has God blessed you today?
Oh, I've actually was listening to a lot of videos today, and there were a lot of personal insights from different people that made me feel very special because God loves me. And those are my blessings in the mornings when I, connected to so many people with great perspective in life. Thank you. And plus, I'm all connected to all of you. I'm very blessed. All right. Okay, so this time I'm going to ask John. John, are you ready? Okay.
Sure.
So John, let's see. What did you do last weekend that gave you more motivation to increase the productivity that you have for your business?
I think the easiest way to answer this question would be I've been suffering from like really bad sleep apnea for quite a while, and I just got one of those machines. And so I have had like 200% more energy like every day since. So I think that's the easiest way to answer it. I got a lot of sleep this weekend.
Awesome. That's good. I can totally relate because sleeping is really one of the things that I struggle sometimes. Okay, so who do you want to ask? You still have Eddie and Melissa.
Let me think here. Well, I ask Eddie, what is a hobby that you're really into? I think
Eddie, did you hear the question? You're on mute.
Sorry, now or historical? So, depend. Historically, well, I'll tell it in a story. Because, I remember I was back west and I wanted to come out to California, and because I love the beach, and I stopped by Newport Beach because I love riding my motorcycle. That's my favorite hobby. And I stopped in Newport Beach and read Playboy magazine. It said the most beautiful women are in Newport Beach. So I got to Newport Beach and I called my brother up in San Diego and said, Gary, I'm in Newport Beach. What's going on? He says, so where are you? I said, I'm in Newport Beach, Oregon. So my hobby is with the joke riding motorcycles.
Awesome. All right, you've got William and still Melissa. So I would say go for William because William can ask Melissa later.
William, tell me what you're up to and what's interesting about you that we don't know yet. And turn your mic on. There you go.
So as far as what I'm up to, it's just, getting things together for my business, some new things that I want to come out. But what's interesting is that, let me see. My family came here in '86 from Haiti. And the reason we came from Haiti was when the dictator got let go, we had to leave to avoid persecution. So that's something many people didn't know.
Wow. Okay, and we were, are you good? Are you done? Okay, so William, now you have Jessica available. She just came in. And go ahead. You can ask Jessica.
Okay.
Powers.
Hey, Jessica, nice to meet you. So what are you up to these days and what are you most excited about?
Hey, good to meet everybody and see some familiar faces. What am I up to? I was cooking. I was cooking for some family and friends. That's a side hobby, something I like to do. And that is why I was late to our meeting, but I'm here.
All right, awesome. So you have Melissa and Scott that you can ask a question. They're the last one.
Melissa. I was like, Elisa? Hi, let's see. I love this part. Asking questions. What was your favorite animal in 3rd grade?
Oh, I grew up on a farm, so I had multiple animals, but I would say a horse. We had several horses, and we'd ride in the rodeo, and we'd ride barrels and poles, and on trail rides. So I love my horse.
You were in 4-H, probably.
Yes, I was. I had a big cow. I had a goat. I got a pig. I had chickens, but my horse was my favorite.
Wow, I love it.
All right. Well, so that's it. That's our first part of our meeting. Thank you so much. And normally, before when we were having our face-to-face meetings, we would have a little ballot, and everybody would vote who gave the best answer. And so, and here it's hard because we're not, we're online. But I'm gonna try and figure out how to do that later, and maybe we could do some voting and figure out who gave the best answer to a question. So, but we'll try and figure that next time. All right. Well, thank you so much. Our next part of our meeting is to do the presentation, and our presenter is going to be Melissa and Scott Currey. So let me go ahead and give them the multiple access. There you go, Melissa. Go ahead and you can start your presentation.
Of course. Thank you, Marie, am I muted? No,
you're
thank
not.
you for bringing together these meetings. I know that it's been quite an adventure learning to do it virtually. You do an amazing job of connecting people, so we appreciate you. Let's see, can you guys see my PowerPoint? I'll make it big. Is that the one I have? Yes. Okay, from the beginning. There we go. So who are we, Scott and Melissa? Thank you for that great question, because I don't get to talk about my farm life much. I really appreciated growing up as a young girl and little one in Kansas in the house that my dad was born in. And so me and my husband, Scott, who just left, we consider ourselves to be wellness warriors. And we've been together in life and business for 17 years. I'm going to start my timer to make sure I'm on time here. And we each lost in our, he's been a stockbroker in real estate. I've been a paralegal, VA in business. But when we came together, we both love to contribute to people, making a difference in their health and the transformation of their life. And so we found that using foods as medicine and in the kitchen in our business, we were able to really impact and help people. And so in our journey, even though we were eating healthy, we both, you can see from our pictures here, this was Scott at, how much did you weigh, dear? 205 pounds. And today he balances out at 182 pounds. And this was, wrong way. I said, I'm going to be 50 and fabulous. And I was just kind of 5'4" and 156 pounds, teetering on 160 pounds. And I was a little short for my weight. And so we made some lifestyle shifts and put some systems in place and some programs and a support community and really shifted some habits. And we've been able to not just lose 25 pounds, because 90% of people that lose weight gain weight back in the first year. And so we've maintained it for now 3 years, and it's just lifestyle for us. And we love to share that. We love to travel. We've been all around the world on trips that we've won for free. These are just a few. You might recognize Hawaii. We've been to Canada. That is Rome. That is India. And that one is Argentina. So we have that passion. We've been traveling in the US since COVID came. We're in South Carolina right now with my family. And we have 3 cats. These are our fur babies. I know, right, Jessica? This is Spunky and Samantha. And we call her affectionately our Coyote Kitty because she survived a coyote attack. She's an $8,000 black cat. The one to her right is Sophie, and she found out she likes lilies, and we found out lilies are the most toxic things to cats. So she's now a $1,500 black cat. So I think we have the most expensive, well cared for. We work hard so our cats can have a better life. So, and we did a class with a vet, and we taught about making your own dog food. And so really, just like for people, feeding our fur babies healthy food that's not kibbles is powerful, because kibbles can take out their kidneys. And so that led us to, when we made our shift of COVID, we've been together in business, like I said, 17 years. We learned to go virtual. In fact, I did a presentation for John. I believe he's on the phone, and we connected, and we're working on supporting him on his wellness journey. And so we really come from a place of foods as medicine. And I wrote a book called Lifestyle Eating, and it's backed up by a personal group where we put up all of our healthy recipes. And in fact, today at the end, guys, I'm going to give you my gift is 5-minute meals. I've got 3 of them in a recipe, and tips on upgrading your pantry, because if we want new results, we need to do different things, right? We can't keep doing the same things. Oops, I hit the wrong button. That's normal. But so my husband says that's going to say that on my my what? Epitaph. My what? Your epitaph. What's an epitaph? On my gravestone. On my gravestone. Hit the wrong button. So through that, part of it, in addition to eating the right foods, we want to teach people an updated method of preparing their food. Because if we think about it, and Jessica, since you just cooked, you can relate to this. When we cook like our ancestors. We boil, we steam, we fry, we grill, we bake, we cook it. Oh, we've added a microwave and an Instapot. And through that, we destroy in the cooking process 50 to 80% of the nutrition in our food. So I'm going to do an experiment that you guys will get to see what I'm talking about. I'm going to take a carrot, and part of my 5-minute meals, I do a 5-minute lasagna. And I love my Vitamix, I love my Cutco, I love my Salad Master, and I love this awesome, cool tool. It grates and slices and dices. And what this does is it enables us to buy fresh food instead of buying food that is in a bag that's set there and they put preservatives on it. And we shouldn't really actually eat preservatives. I'm keeping my eye on the time here. But so if we buy it, I call it earth to hand to mouth. The closer we can have less people touch, less processing, the healthier we're going to be, right? So we shred up our carrot. Okay. If we shred up our carrot and then we taste it, it's sweet. The flavors, the minerals, the colors, the vitamins. If we cook, we have to add oil or water. So we put our water in our old pans that grandma taught us how to cook with, right? We don't use a typewriter to send a text. We don't drive up in a horse and buggy. I haven't seen anybody these days washing their clothes with a washboard, but we cook like our ancestors, and we use high heat, oxidation, air, and light. So we do that, and we use sugar, and we use fat, and we have all these outdated recipes, and disease is linked to what we eat. right? I have high blood pressure, diabetes. I lost 3 aunts to diabetes. My dad died of stomach cancer. My mother has 3 stents. I did help her get off of her high blood pressure medicine, but we need to just shift. And I'm 80 and I don't take any medicine. Anybody laughing? Just checking to see if you were listening. I'm actually only 53. So we're going to take and we're going to dump out the water. So the colors of vitamins, we dump out the water, we throw it down the drain. Right? If you tasted this batch, it wouldn't be nearly as sweet. So when we make coffee, we throw away the grinds, we drink the juice, right? In our cooking, we like to teach people a method of cooking that allows you to cook in half the time, cut back on fats and oils, eliminate the metals and toxins that are cooking out of our pans, causing inflammation, all kinds of things, and double the nutrition in our food. So the way we teach in our 5-minute meals is how to eliminate water, reduce the heat, cook in a sealed environment, and preserve double the nutrition in our food versus old-fashioned cooking, which kills 50 to 80%. I'm on my last slides here. I'm right on time. I love it. Okay, so that's our carrot test. Do it at home. You'll be blown away at the flavor. Through that, when I hated to cook, I was a terrible cook. I'm now plant-based certified through Cornell University. We're an affiliate partner for the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Watch the documentary Forks Over Knives. And we also sponsor the American Diabetes Association. And I teach people, and I'll send you guys a recipe, how to make a healthy chocolate cake that's approved by the American Diabetes Association with vegetables and no oil. So if you're in the wellness business, let's be partners. We have over 9,000 customers. We can share you with our database, bring you on to teach and educate our customer base. If you would like a class, we do classes for the Wounded Warriors and the wellness associations. And our complimentary download today is go to our website, Wellness Cooking Experience, get a complimentary healthy cooking show if you'd like. I've got a few of those. John and I, we enjoyed connecting, and you'll get some 5-minute meal recipes. And Marie, I think I did that. My alarm hasn't went off in under 7 minutes as promised.
That is awesome. Oh my God, that's amazing what you just did. Okay, let's go ahead and start with any questions from anyone for Melissa. Who has a question?
I have a question.
William, cool.
So, when you don't boil anything in the cooking method, what you're saying?
I would make
So
pasta.
is it steam or? I'm very curious.
Say it again.
Oh, okay. I said, okay.
Oh, did you get the
Boiling,
question?
think about it like this, William. If we boil a baby's bottle and we want to sterilize it, we can boil it, right? If we want to steam a baby's bottle, we sterilize it. If we want to kill the bacteria in a sponge, we throw it in a microwave. What do we do to our food when we do those things? So it's just about learning to bring our a way of cooking up to now in a way that empowers us to have more energy, lose weight, reduce our inflammation, alkalize our body. And when we're alkaline, we can thrive, right? If we're acidic and sick and tired, just like John not getting the sleep, right? If we're deprived of something, our body responds, and we don't know how good we feel, right? Until we feel better.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Who's next? Who has a question? No? Okay, I have a question.
You always have a question, Marie.
Okay, so so I know that for many years your business was, thriving because of, it's a face-to-face kind of a business. Now that you're fully online and you're still traveling and you're still doing a lot of communication with your clients, what are the things that you're doing that is very beneficial to people, and also how is it helping your goals for the business for this year?
I believe, well, what we've done is we've learned to do it virtually, like you said, anywhere. We've learned platforms like putting ads up on Facebook, how to maximize that, how to do events. Like I did a women's event And I wasn't even there. I just put up a site and I had, I think 70 people go on, 78 people go on and register. I utilized a CRM program to send out a mass emailing, and I've done 10 shows. Now, mind you, I cut my teeth in learning how to do that. And I've come up with another system. So what this is enabling us to do is actually maximize and learn how to do business virtually and make sure that we're not wasting people's time and people are getting value and we're getting value together.
Okay.
And that is going to help our goals because, you know, I'm in South Carolina and I did a presentation for somebody in San Diego today, which is funny because that's where I'm from. And the opposite is true. When I was in San Diego, I was helping people like John in Florida. I could do the wellness cooking show anywhere in the US. So that to me means I can touch more people than I could touch by being limited by how far I could drive or who could drive to me.
Okay. And I know that you once mentioned that you guys have 9,000 in your database. Now, how are you able to work with the 9,000 people that you have on database in
I've got 2,700 of them in my not constant contact. I use Keep. I got 2,700.
Okay.
I'm going to work with somebody to convert the rest out of my QuickBooks into there. And so through that, we used to have them come to our office. We get 60 to 80 to 100 people come to our office on a regular basis. So we're going to build that. I had 22,000 views on a video. So we're going to utilize that to, increase our online profile.
Okay, cool. All right. Anyone else have any questions? Are we good?
Thank you.
All right.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Melissa. Now, please go ahead and give your feedback on chat to Melissa or Scott, what you think, what you learned about the presentation or what you think about it. Okay, we'll give you a minute to do that.
Thank you, Deborah. Thanks, John. You're welcome, Eddie. Thanks, Jessica.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your feedback. Melissa,
That's
thank
cool.
you. That was an awesome presentation. Okay, so this time we're gonna have move on to the next part of our meeting, which is what we call business share time. You'll have a minute to share any of the 3 things I'm going to tell you, which is one is either your success story or a challenge that you're dealing with right now that you want everyone to know about. And lastly, if you have a specific goal that you are trying to accomplish this year, please, you can share that, but you have to have a specific time frame of completion. So who wants to start in sharing any of those 3 things that I mentioned? I will go ahead and select Jessica.
I knew it.
Voluntold.
I knew she was gonna do it.
Nobody volunteers, I tell.
Sorry, your screen keeps freezing, Marie. So
That's okay. Don't worry about me.
okay. Challenge, success story. Oh, I have a new client, which is really exciting relationship building opportunity. And I don't know when we start yet, but I did see the email come through. So I'm super excited about that and where that'll take me.
Okay, great. Okay, so who wants to go next? I will go ahead and move on to John.
Well, we got to the due diligence stage of Seed Funders Miami, so I think that's a pretty good thing. My company's trying to raise capital for our seed round. So yeah, getting to the due diligence stage is pretty good.
All right. Okay, that's awesome, John. Okay, next, Eddie.
So, success and challenge. Well, anyway, we did a demo and our technology didn't work at all, and it took me a while to figure it out, but it's because we had 0 RAM on our server. So you'd be surprised what happens with RAM. So now we got the RAM fixed and successes in talks with one of the top bankers at the Federal Reserve. We're gonna have a meeting on Thursday, and we're gonna get our technology to banks, but it's talking to smart people. So hopefully that's all gonna come together.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Eddie. Okay, William.
I think a success is I'm finally starting to work on this life insurance brand that's going to be launching. So I got a client this week for that. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Deborah.
Oh, I'm gonna do a blend because there's just a lot going on right now. So a huge success was that I successfully showed up, completed my 1-day event. Part of the success is we went live at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I had about 2 weeks of the most bizarre technical shutdowns until 8:58 in the morning. So I literally went into that. I had no cell phone, no landline, no emails. There was like every day that we got closer to that 1 day, there was less connectivity to the very people that I needed to have show up. So tenacity. Okay, so one of the success things is real vision and tenacity, and being able to innovate and pivot on the fly by staying, focused. And with that, the other side of it is that is leading into the 3-day. And one of the things, and this is a huge success, is being able to take my daytime business and the other side of me, which is my music, and they're getting merged very phenomenally at the upcoming 3-day the brand currency boot camp. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's a lot of work. I'm in that sprint, but holding tight to the vision of bringing everything together so that it's all aligned to rise up and serve.
Awesome. Thank you, Deborah. Jennifer. Are you there?
Yeah, I don't see her.
Oh, did we lose her? Oh,
I think
okay.
she left.
I might
All
have.
right. What about Melissa?
Something exciting. We came to South Carolina to visit. We've rented an apartment. We've got our
work.
Yeah, and we've got our 2-bedroom house, our 2-level house prepared to rent in San Diego. So we're gonna take an adventure.
Oh my, that's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. I did. Yeah, I think I don't see Jennifer anymore. So she's probably just on her move, enjoying the place that she's in. Okay, so last part of what we're gonna do is try to figure out how we can all collaborate and work with each other. Normally, at this stage of the meeting is if you guys are really you know each other, is we can start creating a project. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I just wanted to have everyone, understand what everybody's doing. So just to give you a heads up of what everyone is doing, Deborah Sweet is actually someone that I partner with Finest Women in Real Estate. So she is now actually, she and I are working on working with a lot of real estate professionals in regards to training related to her brand new company. And so she just did all these events, and we're looking forward into doing more events in the future. So I don't know if you guys are aware that I'm planning a big Fire Up Live seminar this year. And so Deborah is going to be a big part of that event that we're working on. Now, Jessica Powers is the one that connected me to Deborah. And so she is, again, very, very connected to a lot of people. I love when she knows how to connect with the right market and the right, contacts for you. So definitely understand her power of connection, which is awesome. Then John Simion here is the founder and the CEO of the Virtual Badge, which is an application that can help a lot of the medical institution, construction companies, and the app actually helps how do you call that? Make all the employees certified on COVID requirements and any kinds of requirements by the institution, right, John?
Yeah, our badges help with compliance and risk management.
Okay, and it's actually a good application, especially if you're doing a big event where everybody is gonna have to, sign in, and that they're gonna be good with COVID because of the requirements that's applied in the program. Now we have Eddie here. Eddie is the owner and founder of Zip Analyzer, which is a real estate data that is used for a lot of decisions for buying and selling. So he is in the stage of where he's going to be presenting it to a lot of real estate brokers and real estate agents. So he is working on that. He's doing a lot of technology work that requires to, create the pipeline for bringing it to the real estate professionals. And William here is a graphic designer that helped me put together a lot of amazing posters for, like, it's almost like a movie style. Have you seen some of the posters for movies? That's what he does. So if you guys wanted to have some impactful, flyer that would really, present you in a different way, William can help you with that. And of course, Melissa and Scott, they're like the the star of the health food industry, and it's kind of nice to see her in action today, to where you can see her energy and the way she presents. So keeping that in mind, with all the information I gave you, now give me some ideas on how, let's say, for example, Deborah, how do you see yourself working with Eddie, Eddie's information? That will be, is that something that you can see? Same thing with you, Eddie. How do you see working with Deborah?
So yeah, you picked the right one. Not that I couldn't work with others. There's lots of ways my little head connects. But it's really interesting because I was in a training this morning that's preparing me for this 3-day challenge. And one of the things that I chose to really lean into is in narrowing a potential niche market to invite into the 3-day challenge that starts on Sunday. Now, Marie, you and I, that I've worked with real estate industry on and off over many years. So, Eddie, I love data. I love geeking out on other people's data. I just don't like, I don't like being the one gathering it. So I think that there is a potential collaboration when I understand more about what you're doing, that there could be some support in that space. And I mean, it fits with all of us. So I don't have the how yet, but I do see the potential.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Now,
Can I share?
yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
So I spent the weekend, since you're into branding, I spent the weekend downloading and going over this fabulous book. It's called Building Your Brand Story, so I could speak English to people. So I highly recommend it, and because my tagline totally changed just by looking at, because you can have the best technology in the world, but if you don't have a good, and John, this might be applicable to you if you're in startup world, because if you investors don't understand what you do, they don't have the passion, you got the best technology out there in the world, but if you don't have the right story, you won't get funded. So
yeah, one of my business mentors told me to read that book, so I guess I'm just gonna have to get it.
yeah, I would, and it's a workbook. It's not like, it took me a weekend, so highly recommend it.
All right, now I'm going to move on to John and William. William, how do you see working with John when he's in the technology and you're in the graphic designing?
I think what I can do is, whether it just help him get noticed visually. I think what I do best is I help people really identify their why to a brand attribute session that I do, and it helps me with, like, choosing colors and things like that, and really help amplify things. So because I am a compositor, I tend to take a lot of things that can't belong together and put them in one place. So definitely whatever he's using to promote himself, whether it be on social media or corporate flyers or anything like that, would be something really unique to him, um, that will definitely help him stand out, that people just you know aren't used to seeing. So I don't use any like templates or things like that, so I do everything pretty custom based on who I talk with.
Okay. John, what
So
do
I
you
think
think?
that's how I can help him out.
Sounds good. If I put my email address in the chat, can you shoot me an email?
Yeah.
Okay, so John, question to you too. Well, how would you be able to help William when you're in the technology business?
So I know quite a lot of people that ask me for, like, I don't want to say tech support, but like help with technology aspects of their business. So I could definitely refer you as a graphic designer to anybody that I meet that is interested in that kind of a service, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And I think the other thing too, with the new thing that I'm gonna be doing, which is helping businesses gather, video testimonials. I can help you out with that as well. I can, like, help provide you a free account on my server and stuff. And, as you launch and you get your things going, um, you can use the link and, get some testimonials and things like that for what you're doing. So, that's always helpful.
Awesome. All right. Let's move on to Jessica and Melissa. Jessica, I mean, with your connection, how does that work? How, in terms of how you can help Melissa and Scott?
Well, the health and wellness space is definitely one of my avatars that I work a lot in, with creative wellness, alternative therapies. So it's kind of right in there with the food aspect of things. And immediately, while I don't fully understand the direct sales approach and potential limitations through the company you're working with, I forgot the name of it, Salad Master or something like that. I immediately started thinking of ways to work with your database for more exposure, more visibility, and potentially some speaking opportunities or events that people might be interested in. So kind of like placement opportunities, PR, media, and maybe even co-hosting an event. And then outside of that, I just need to ask more questions to understand a little bit more, because there was so much in the 7 minutes. But based on the vibe I got from you, I think there's probably several things we could do. I just need to understand your goals a little bit more intimately to get the best value of who I could introduce you to.
Okay.
I can speak in gusts of 2,500 words a minute.
Okay, same question to you, Scott and Melissa, for Jessica.
Good.
So Jessica, you are business development, and it sounds like you focus in what arena?
Can you ask it a little? Do you mean?
You said you work in like the health arena, alternative, right, and helping people promote, and it sounds like capitalize on print, video.
Oh, okay. I think I understand your question. So how I'm offering a couple services. Some of it's affiliate management, some of it is strategic introductions and referrals, and then some of it is joint ventures, ecosystem mergers for like bigger type deals that people have. So I do brokering and relationship management depending on what a company needs.
Got it. Because all of our, I mean, I could see connecting you. Most of our connections are in the wellness industry. We work with Dr. Rogers. We work with a lot of alternative healing centers. Most of them have been locally based. Some of them are national, international, like that, in a sense of bringing those together with somebody you might know, and having you broker and connect some of those dots that would help them and your current base. Yes. Okay, good. I like the dance. I like the dance.
I already have some partners with some really, including goats as a wellness focus and conscious capital. Oh, it's crazy. So I can't
Perfect.
wait to hear more about your healing centers and stuff. I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. That's great.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. So this is just an exercise where you can see how, you know, people have a way to help you and you have a way to help them. Again, we're focused on making sure that we understand the basic, you know, requirements of their business, so you know how to help them and you know how you can support them too. So same thing with John and Eddie and Deborah and William. I mean, you know, again, there's a lot of ideas that are coming around as long as you really think harder and there's a, you know, intention of really reaching out and helping each other. Because if you don't really think that way and if you don't force yourself to think that way, then it will never come out. You know, ideas come out when you force yourself to think. So that's one exercise. And one more thing that I wanted to let you know that we actually created a new landing page for all the events that we're doing for Fire Up Connect. So we actually have Aging Gracefully, Halloween for Heroes, and Turkeys for Troops. Now, if you are an official member, like, you know, you can create a chapter and create an event that will be, you know, helpful to you, or if you want the members to work with you. Because the Aging Gracefully was created by Laura Roeder, who is a financial services representative in Temecula, and she likes to work with a lot of seniors. So that's why they created the Aging Gracefully, focus on the seniors market. The Halloween for Heroes was created for the military families. So they give free Halloween what is that, the pumpkin to an active military family, because that is their target market, which is the military families. Same thing with the Turkeys for Troops. They give turkeys during Thanksgiving to wounded warriors and veterans, and they just wanted to help out, you know, that market, because they love to serve the wounded warriors and veterans. So in your case, Melissa, I mean, you have that event that you do, but you can also create an event that is related to health and wellness that will be more through Fire Up Connect. And that's how we can, you know, get more exposure for your business. So think about that. If you're an official member, you know, think about some of the things that you can create through this organization. Okay, I'd like to get some feedback. We're only 10 minutes away from our meeting. So I want to take this time to get some feedback in terms of what your experience during the meeting and what you think about it. I'm going to start with Deborah. Deborah, what do you think of our meeting?
Well, I like the fact that you have an agenda, and I like the fact that you have time integrity. So those two things are very important to me. And Marie, you know, I know your heart, so I like the intention with who you have in your room. So, yep.
Thank you, Deborah. Okay, what about you, William?
I also like how it's structured, right? So there's a way that you flow through each piece. And I think I like the part that we just did, where, you know, you kind of have to think a little bit how you can help the other person in the room. So I thought that was very, very useful.
Okay, great, thank you. Anyone else? Jessica, Eddie, John, Melissa? Okay, Jessica.
Okay, so I always love the question section. I do, of course, I echo like everyone else with the structure and time integrity, but I really actually love the question part, because I always feel like that unlocks and helps people feel more comfortable. And you never know where you can connect. Like if I didn't ask Melissa her question about her favorite pet in 3rd grade, I wouldn't know animals are really important to her, and that there could be an introduction to one of my really close partners that could turn into something. So if you think about like icebreaker questions and stuff that are kind of off the wall, it doesn't always have to be about business. And that's how we get to know each other as people and friends, that, you know, this is a thing we put on our calendars every week, and we want to also bring that factor in. So I really love that.
Okay. All right. Eddie?
I'm still struggling with hot water and carrots. So I really don't want to throw out my carrots, so I'm still learning. So
Eat
here
them
I am.
raw. Eat them raw, Eddie.
Did you tell us to throw them out after we put water in them?
No, no.
Oh, then I
was just
missed
an
that. Okay.
experiment.
I thought you throw out the carrots and drink the water. I thought that was it. But I'll have to re-listen to this video then.
Yeah, so it's recorded, so you can watch it again. All right, John,
Okay.
your turn.
Well, I don't usually like going to networking events, but I really like this one. I don't know. I feel like honestly, you remind me of one of my titas. So
Oh.
That's so cool.
so I like coming to these.
All right, perfect. And Melissa, Scott.
Well, I like the fact Scott's been the most representative of us in these.
That's why I wanted her to talk today, because it's been all me. So get to know her.
Well, the first time I came, I loved the question section, and then popping back in, it's interesting to see how you get people to think, like seeing Jessica do the little dance. And I was like, oh, I got her business and we can make it.
Yeah.
That was really fun for me.
Yeah,
And
that cats. I couldn't help it.
I know, right? We miss our kitties. But so, yeah, that's to me, like seeing John here every week. I know there's value when you see the same faces coming back over and over. That says something about you, the person that puts it together, and then the people that have the integrity to attend each week.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Jennifer Stowell, actually, she attended a couple of our meetings also. I'm sure that she was just too busy right now, but she's one person that I think it would be great to be connected to. If you guys wanted to connect with her, definitely let me know, and you can do a one-on-one with her. She's very smart, very creative. She has her own company called Realty School 101. She has taught, thousands of students in real estate. So that would be a good connection. I think, Deborah, that's something that you really wanted to check it out. And so anyway, well, I appreciate every one of you. Definitely, this is something that we need to bring in more people. I'm putting someone to do a lot of membership campaign, and we're planning to start that May. I'm going to have a dedicated person who's coming in and who's going to be booking people and inviting people to our meetings. So it's very exciting. Again, Fire Up Connect is just, we just started doing the campaign January, and we're April now, and we're actually doing really, really well with our meetings. And just also, that the magazine for the finest women in real estate is going to probably be out in a couple of weeks, where my graphic designer is working on it already. I'm so excited about that. We also have the radio show, Fabulous Lifestyle Radio. And if I connected you to, who's connected here to the radio producer, Ken? Scott, did you connect? Okay, Deborah was connected. Jessica, did I connect you yet?
No.
Not yet. And Eddie, did I connect you? John? Not yet. Okay,
Nope.
so definitely I have you. I will have you on the radio show. Just a matter of trying to get the list, because there's so many people I have on the list with the radio producer. But that will be something you can look forward to. Okay. Anyway, any more questions? I think you guys are good. We will see you next week. Make sure that you invite someone here, any potential. And Deborah, thank you for joining us here. I know you're a busy woman, but if you like to join us again, let me know. I think it's going to be, good to meet people here. Sometimes, they come in and go, and sometimes I have a lot of new people. It just depends on the timing, but this is actually pretty good. And you already have to schedule your one-on-one meetings. Make sure you have your contact information on the chat, save it, and follow up on meetings, because I know that you guys are going to do a lot of creativity in working with each other. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Have an amazing afternoon. You take care.
Good to meet you again.